So let's just assume that he does have shift work sleep disorder. So what do you do about that? Well, the first recommendation is probably untenable for most people. We'll just get a different job. Don't do any more
Yeah.
shift work. I remember doing an AMA when I was in on night shift, ironically, and people were like, "What do you do with shift work?" And I'm like, "Well, you just stop doing it. You just get a different job," which is not
Easy.
something you can't really do. Yeah,
Yeah.
easy to do, right? So that is a recommendation, but yeah, unfortunately, not really viable for most folks. But the main focus here is to try to maintain a somewhat regular sleep schedule in spite of doing shift work. Which is problematic because people who work nights, for example, and if they have off days in between, they tend to flip back over to the quote normal schedule because social stuff, errands, life, they just have to do it. Like it's almost untenable to just maintain that in perpetuity. I was reading some guidelines and they were like, well, we recommend that sleep takes higher priority than social sort of commitments. And it's like,
What are
uh,
you alive for? Like,
what's the point? Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And also some folks have rotating shift work too. So there's a difference between somebody who does like a week of nights or 2 weeks of nights and then flips back to days versus rotating shift work, like a lot of emergency physicians and things like that who might do 7 to 3 one day, 9 to 5 one day, 2 to 10 one day, 7 p.m. to, whatever in the morning the next day, and then, have a day off and then the cycle repeats or something. That's also rough. Having done that kind of schedule myself before as well, not awesome. And some additional challenges with that too.
Yeah, in both medical school and residency, I was like, "Why are this seems like the worst way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want me to be on nights, that's fine, but just
Yeah.
let me be on nights then. I'll
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
keep the same schedule." And they're like, "Nope,
Yeah.
just kidding, you're gonna flip over." And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Dang it." So, as far as you can, maintaining the same sleep schedule that is recommended, that again, if you can do that, that'd be great because again, the idea is you would adapt to that on in some level over time. It's just almost impossible to do, which is why I think you have people generally have these relatively bad outcomes with respect to
Yeah.
health.